You know, I'm really disappointed. I have run out of room to plant any more fig trees. I am tapped out. I've got, I have 10 fig trees planted in the backyard, which I have to leave a lot of yard. My wife has put limits on how many I can put in the backyard. I have just some along the fence over there, and I have a couple along, well, a few along this back fence. I've got 2 in pots right here behind that bird of paradise. So that makes 10 in the backyard. But over here, I've got 47 different fig trees in ground. And there's no more room. I have looked everywhere. I've scratched out every little spot that receives enough sun that I can. So I'm expanding in other ways. I thought about, I'll do some grafting, but for right now, I got these 2 pots. They're 18-gallon pots. These out here, these square white ones, are actually 32-gallon pots. They're not meant to move. They're meant to just sit there and, I don't know, look nice. These 18, I mean, not that they'd be hard to move, but it really shouldn't be too bad. It's crazy how light these pots are. They're made out of some sort of reinforced, resin, blah, blah, blah. They do look like they'd go through anything. Supposedly they won't fade or crack or anything like that. My God, they were cheap. I don't even want to tell you how cheap they were. But if you look, I think they were 29 bucks, maybe 32 bucks. But inside, there's a cardboard ring you take out. You can knock out a couple of holes in the bottom so you have some drainage holes. They're not bad. I'm standing here in the shade looking out into the sun. It's pretty intense out there right now. So now I need 2 more figs to fill, right? I got 2 pots. Now I need 2 figs. I'm starting out with that little guy. Hello. Borda Barraquer, or Barraquer, however you say that. Borda Barraquer. And then I have a black Madeira that I'm going to put in one of these, because I think these 2 pots, I may keep one of them. Sorry, I'm always working on stuff in the backyard, so I try to keep it clean back here on the porch. But I've got like a cardboard box. Well, that's what I got those containers in, but I need to keep it cleaned up better. I thought here at this like post, maybe. Now that may take up too much sidewalk room, but maybe on the inside part of it. It needs to get enough sun. The thing is, if I have a black Madeira, it's honestly, it's too wet here. It's too moist. But if I can keep it mostly out of the elements, when it's sunny and all that, be out there. But if it's rainy and even in the evening, I could just roll it back under the eave of the house to kind of, because it doesn't get all wet and soggy under the eave of the house at night. Whereas out there, every single night, dew point wise, it looks like it rained when you wake up in the morning. Everything's soft and wet. So I thought maybe having a black Madeira in a pot where I could keep it somewhat sheltered might work. I might get burnt too, but I gotta try. I think that Borda Barraquer will be okay regardless. I think it's much more split resistant than the notorious black Madeira. I think I am going to put that one over here. I may put them both over here, I don't know. I've got a few bags of mulch here I still need to spread around under my trees. Most of them have it. I have a few more to do. But I thought maybe, right along the edge of the patio here, I could put yet another fig tree in here. Um, Surprisingly, my wife was okay with it. So that's always a big thing. So I may put the Borda Barraquer out here in a pot and do the black Madeira. Um, I don't know, somewhere over here. Somewhere over on that deck. See this little ring right here? This spot's not bad. I mean, I know it's got a wee bit of shade. In fact, I got to get out of the sun right here. I'll just keep the camera pointed that way. In that little ring, where that ring is, right there. Gosh, it gets mostly sun all day long. There is a point where it's right about now, where it'll get about an hour and a half, 2 hours of shade, part sun, as you can see, kind of splotched like that. And then it goes back into full sun until almost sundown, and then that thing will probably give it a little shade for the last half hour of the evening. So it, for the most part, would be considered full sun because it will get 8 hours of sun. That spot right there. I had a flamethrower redbud planted right there. Bought it and it never sprouted. They're sending me another one as a replacement. But I think right there, I am putting a Thai Dwarf Mulberry tree right there, and kind of excited about that. Mulberries are fantastic, and it's kind of falls in line with people that grow figs. I mean, you kind of treat them the same way. You got to keep them pruned. And the Thai Dwarf Mulberry, it only gets about 12 feet tall, assuming you don't trim it. Of course, it can also get 12 feet wide. So if you keep them pruned like you would a fig tree, you'll get better production, right? Because you're getting that new growth coming out. But anyway, I think that's probably a good spot for one. It's about my only spot, honestly, right there. So in addition to the two figs, I got that little mulberry tree coming, and I'm really excited about it. Very excited. I always like planting lots of stuff, you know. So anyway, I don't know. I don't know where this other pot's gonna go. I kind of thought like maybe I could squeeze it right on here at the corner. You know, I could put like a square brick stone in between these two and have it sit right in between those. Right there on the corner. One of those pots on a, kind of like these. See, I've got these on a square. I've got like 4 bricks though. I could probably get away with just one of them in between those bushes to set one of these on. I don't know. I gotta squeeze one in somewhere, but anyway, I was excited about the 2 new figs and the potential to fit 2 more in the yard, and then the mulberry. I am so excited about the mulberry going in right over there. As you can see, it's mostly sun over there. Anyway, looking forward to that. Thanks for watching. If you like these videos, please do a thumbs up and a subscribe. It really helps me out. Appreciate it.